Indian Divorce Act 2001. Background of the Indian Divorce Act 1869. The Indian Divorce Act 1869 was enacted during the British colonial rule to govern divorce laws for Christians in India. It had become outdated and suffered from many drawbacks by the late 20th century. The Act contained archaic provisions that were drafted in the 19th century social context of the UK and did not suit modern India. It also perpetuated gender inequality by imposing more stringent conditions for women to obtain divorce. The requirements of confirmation of High Court decrees caused delays and burdened the judiciary. The Act was also not uniformly applicable to all Christian denominations across India. To address this shortcomings, the Indian Divorce Amendment Act 2001 was passed by Parliament. It was a progressive legislation that incrementally reformed personal laws in India. Hello and welcome to Law Namo. We are here to help simplify Indian family law so you can understand your rights and options. Navigating divorce, alimony, child custody and other family legal matters can be overwhelming. That's why we provide clear, concise information and resources to empower you on your journey. On our website www.lawnamo.com, you will find guidebooks plus articles covering key topics like choosing the right lawyer, building your case correctly, and tips to resolve your case effectively. We break down complicated legal stuff into actionable advice you can use. Whether you need help understanding the law or want to know how to get started on a family law case, we have got you covered. The legal process doesn't have to be confusing. Visit our website today to get the knowledge you need to make informed decisions. Just click the link in the video description below to get started. Now, let's continue with the rest of this helpful video. Key features of the Indian Divorce Act 2001. Repeal of obsolete British Christian laws. The 2001 Amendment Act repealed the obsolete British statutes of the Colonial Slavery Abolition Act 1843, the Illicit Intercourse Act 1932 and the Indian Christian Marriage Act 1872. These old British laws governing slavery, intercommunity marriages and Christian marriages had become redundant in independent India. The repeal was recommended by the P.C. Jain Commission in its review of administrative laws. Removal of discriminatory provisions against women. The 2001 Act removed the gender-biased provisions. In the 1869 Divorce Act, for example, a Christian woman had to prove adultery as well as desertion by the husband for 2 years to obtain divorce, whereas a Christian man only needed to prove adultery by the wife to obtain divorce. Such double standards were ended. The grounds for divorce were made identical for Christian men and women. Uniform application across denominations. Sections 10, 17 and 20 of the 1869 Act pertaining to the grounds for divorce, custodial rights over children and alimony payment were made uniformly applicable across the Christian community in India, cutting across denominational differences. Earlier, these provisions were only applicable for certain denominations like Protestants in Punjab, Delhi, etc. Simplified divorce confirmation process. The 2001 amendment dispensed with the procedure of confirming High Court decrees for divorce or annulment to take effect. This removed delays and the burden on High Courts to confirm decrees. Legislative history. The Indian Divorce Amendment Bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha on 27 July 2001. It was passed by both houses of Parliament in August 2001 during the monsoon session. The Act received presidential assent on 18 September 2001. It was notified by the government on 3 October 2001 and came into force from that date. Impact of reforms. The Indian Divorce Act 2001 represents a significant milestone in the gradual reform of personal laws and removal of discriminatory provisions against women. It has brought divorce laws for Christians in line with India's commitments to international conventions like CEDAW. The simplified procedures have reduced the burden on courts and benefited litigating couples by expediting resolutions. However, the Act was also critiqued by some for not including provisions for mutual consent divorce as was done in the Hindu Marriage Act amendments in 1976. Mutual consent divorce could have benefited many estranged couples. Overall, the reforms were an important first step, but the journey of personal law reform and achieving complete gender justice is still long in India. The road ahead. The Indian Divorce Act 2001 demonstrates that change can happen by incrementally reforming personal laws. However, a uniform civil code applicable for all citizens, irrespective of religion, is still an unrealized constitutional goal. The Law Commission in its 2018 report has also recommended removing all differential treatment between spouses under personal laws and bringing complete gender equality. With further public debate and political will, personal laws can be further reformed to achieve true equality.